Welcome back to Bees Aquatics. Today we're going to be talking about sand or gravel, which one's better, or weigh against those two. So let's get right into that. So the pros of gravel are, you can't really see the waste they produced, but they produce and it goes away. You can have it multiple different colors like this. Sand's just most of the time all just one base color. I feel like it might be a little bit easier to bury stuff into. And it won't fall out as easily. But it depends on your style, kind of, if you like it. But I just noticed that this really doesn't show waste as much, and it kind of makes for a cool floor, especially when you do all different colors like this. And it just makes the tank pop a lot more, I feel. And same with this tank, it makes the colors pop depending on what color gravel you use, and it can just really make all the fish pop. So that's the pros of gravel, is you don't see the waste, and all the waste gets hidden in there, so you can't see it. Cons of gravel is that sometimes some fish they can't have gravel because they bury and it'll hurt them, or the fiddler crabs, they'll break their legs on gravel, or they could accidentally eat it. But it's good for most normal tropical fish. But the axolotl, the fiddler crab, they can't have gravel, unless it's bigger for the axolotl. But the crab can't have gravel no matter what. So that's probably the only con of gravel, is that you can't do all fish with it. Pros of sand is that it looks good. It's cool with the crab because you can see everywhere. He's stepped everywhere. And it looks cool, especially for this style of tank. I did a little beach theme. And it goes down to the water, and it looks good. You can do a lot with it, and it has a good style. You can get different colors of sand, but even with this one, I think it just looks good. And you can bury stuff like that, so it looks more natural, and that got buried in a little bit more naturally because when he was walking around, and so it can look a whole lot more natural when just buried. Even with the plants right there, you can see it looks really natural because it's all buried in there. And yeah, so sand's a lot more natural, and just depending on the tank, it can look better. The con of sand is that you can see all the waste on the ground, right there, and the axolotl tank, there's a lot more, and it's all along the bottom there. It doesn't really cover it up as well as gravel. And another con is that when you're doing a water change, it'll suck a lot of the sand up with the water. When you're using gravel, most of the time the gravel will fall back down unless it's really thin gravel or light gravel. So yeah, sand, it's hard to do water change with, and it shows more waste when you have fish in the tank. I would recommend gravel for your first tank, unless you're keeping something that needs sand, because it makes it look a lot cleaner. You can still make it look good. There's gravel out there that can look exactly like sand almost. But it's still gravel. It's just really fine gravel. But yeah, I definitely recommend gravel if it's your first tank.